After that incredible game last night against the Milwaukee Bucks at Scotiabank Arena, the Raptors travel to Philly to take on the 76ers for the second time in about a week. On the second night of a back-to-back, and you knew it was going to be tough, right? You knew going into the game, playing Philly, a really good team, and they now don't have the James Harden fiasco hanging over their heads. That's now over and done with, so they can play a little bit more free basketball. And the Raptors on the second night of a back-to-back, it's what you expect, right? A great start, a fairly good first half for the Raptors, and they counter the first big punch in the third quarter. You love what you saw there. But then, unfortunately, second half of the third quarter, they start to look a little exhausted, and then Philly's fresh legs take over. And as of right now, with a couple minutes to play, the Raptors are down 16. They look dead, and they look exhausted. You know what? I applaud them for the effort. As much as I hate moral victories in sports, when I look at the situation that these guys are in and the impact that guys like Scotty Barnes are going through right now, because, again, on second night of a back-to-back, he's got, at least as of right now, he's at 24, 8, and 8. Like, he's been outstanding. He truly, truly has. But let's quickly break down this game a little bit. So first quarter, you're only down by 4, right? 30-26. At one point, you're up by what? Like 6 or 8 points. What was the biggest lead of the game? Because I think it was in the first. Yeah, 6 points. And, then in the second quarter, right, you're -5, 28-23. But you're only down 9 at the break. And in the modern day NBA, 9 points at the half is long from over. And the Raptors start the third quarter with like an 8-2 run. And they end up at one point like getting the lead back. And they make Nick Nurse call the first timeout. Things are going pretty good. But in the second half of that third quarter, like I said, they get their offense flowing. And they win the third quarter 32-28. And they're up by, was it 13? Was it 13? I think it was 13, I believe, at the end of 3 quarters of play. So you knew it was going to be tough. And again, they ended up being down by, was it 6? Was it the biggest deficit was 18 at one point in the fourth quarter. They're now down 18 right now, late. And, hey, credit the Raptors for that one last big punch that they fired. Got it down to 9 at one point, but they countered with a 3. And it pretty much put it out of reach there, right? There were opportunities, right? They had, I think it was a 14-point game. No. 12-point. One of the two. Anyways, and late in the fourth quarter, right? I'm screaming at my TV. They come down in transition, hit OG in the corner, and I'm thinking, take the shot. It's wide open. That's your type of shot, corner threes. He passes it up for a Scotty Barnes ball at the top of the key, and he doesn't shoot it. Then he looks for the inside pass to Pascal. There's nothing doing down there. They kick it out again. Scotty's wide open. Yeah, not going to shoot it. Goes for the pass, and it's turned over. And I'm like, you had like 4 grade A opportunities to take a shot. You don't. You turn it over, and they get 2 points. And that, for me, is like, man, they're exhausted. Like, mentally, physically, they are drained as hell. And look, it's 114-97 with a $1:16 to play. At this point, they're losing the fourth quarter 24-20. And it's tricky, and I got to credit these guys for the effort and the energy they put up. We were so angry in the Portland game, and we were so angry in the Chicago game because it didn't feel like they wanted to win the game. It felt like they were just throwing the game away. However, not the entire thing can be a moral victory. And yesterday we talked about Pascal Siakam having 26 and looking really good. But didn't feel like he popped as one of the key guys. You thought Dennis Schroeder looked great. You obviously knew Scotty Barnes looked outstanding. But it didn't seem like it was a quiet 26 from Pascal. A lot of catch and shoots and stuff. A lot of hitting in transition for a layup and whatnot. Didn't feel like he was just working his own offense yesterday. Today, and for the second consecutive game against Philly, Pascal hasn't done anything. He took 11 shots today, at least as of right now. He has 10 points, 3 boards, 6 assists in 33 minutes. And it's just not good enough. It's just flat out not good enough. I understand what he did yesterday, sure. But you know what? Scotty did it yesterday. OG has 16. He was perfect from the field yesterday. He did it. Dennis Schroeder had a double-double, 13 and 10 today. He did it yesterday. Why couldn't Pascal, right? And obviously they're going to guard him harder because he's one of your focal points on offense. But if you're that great, if you're deserving of the max and the super max, shouldn't matter. And for Pascal Siakam, the offense continues to not flow for him. He had 5 fouls today, 2 turnovers as well. Just looked really shaky. And Jakob Poeltl, He did great yesterday in the early goings. 9 points, 9 boards, couple assists today, 4 of 8 from the field, 1 block, 4 turnovers, and a -9, whereas his counterpart, Joel Embiid, I'm not comparing the two because we obviously know Joel is the superior player by an absolute country mile. 28, 12, and 7. However, 8 of 21, so I guess or 8 of 22, I guess he just took a shot. But a stinky one for Yak. Where else are we here? Obviously, Scotty B. Been the MVP of the Raptors so far this year, and he continues. I know it's early in the season, and it's only game 7? No, game 6 of the season. But I think we can all agree, basically through all 6 games, he has been your best player. And as of right now, with like a minute to play, he's got 24, 8, and 8. 9 of 16 from the field, 4 of 4 from line, 2 of 7 from 3, so I've got a little 3-pointer happy. I get it. But again, I like the effort. I like the energy. 1 turnover today in 35 minutes, 4 fouls, and sure, a -11, but everyone's going to be a minus, except for OG, who somehow in 32 minutes is a +5, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist on 7 of 12 shooting, 2 of 4 from 3-point range, had a block, 3 turnovers and a couple fouls on OG. Like I said, +5 on the floor. Dennis Schroeder, 13 points, 3 boards, 10 assists, 4 of 9 from the field, 4 of 6 from the line, 1 of 2 from distance, and a steal, 3 turnovers for him as well, -7 on the floor. And the bench continues to kill you. There's the final, 114-99 is your final score between the Raptors and the Philadelphia 76ers. And Gary Trent and that bench unit continues to struggle. Gary made a couple threes today. It was 2 of 5. It was 2 of 8 from the field. Another single-digit performance. 8 points, 5 rebounds. Again, weird, miserable free throw shooting. He was 2 for 4 from the line again, and a -15 while he was on the floor. Malachi Flynn, -8. Right? 2 of 5 from the field. 2 of 3 from 3. Like we saw there, a couple steals from Malachi. Grady Dick struggled today, and that was very evident to the only 13 minutes that he played. Didn't score any points. Didn't have any rebounds, had 1 assist, was 0 of 2, didn't take any threes, had a turnover and a foul, but was a -17 in 13 minutes. So your bench really didn't give you much of anything today, and your starters weren't lights out like they were yesterday. That's kind of the story of the game. And also, the Philadelphia 76ers are just the better team. Like, it's just, let's not beat around the bush here. They are the better squad, and like I mentioned off the top, they don't have James Harden they're talking about anymore. So they can just kind of sit back and breathe a little bit. And they looked like it today, right? Their key players was Joel Embiid, obviously. Kelly Oubre had a big night, 23 and 5, 8 of 13 from the field, 5 of 6 from 3. Tyrese Maxey actually didn't kill the Toronto Raptors, save for the first time in forever, it feels like. Tobias Harris was great, 23.7 rebounds, 3 assists, 10 of 17 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. But a big problem for the Toronto Raptors was the turnovers. 19 turnovers leading to 23 points. Which isn't terrible, but 19 turnovers is it's quite sloppy. And you look at the 3-point shooting, the Raptors made 10 threes today. They were 36% from 3, but the problem with that, though, they started the game 4 of 4. So they were 6 for 24, I believe, the rest of the way, which ain't great. 48% from the field, though. They had 30 assists on 38 made field goals. That's great stuff, and I think that's what kept them in the game for the most part. But Philly, again, they were 9 for 25 from 3, but getting to the free throw line, no, they were, bottom line, they just outworked the Toronto Raptors, and it is what it is, guys. I mean, your best player in Pascal, I'm going to do that now because Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam was not good again today. And I think we can all agree, other than yesterday's game against Milwaukee, where it was a lot of catch and shoot threes that he was knocking down, which is great. But if he's one of your best players and one of your highest paid players, you want more than that. And you didn't get it today, and you lost by 15. Raptors are now 2-4 on the season, and their next contest is on Sunday, is it? Sunday, in San Antonio. As Raptor fans get to see Victor Wembanyama for the first time. It's a 3:30 tip-off. Gross. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and Scotty Barnes today, hit the like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already, comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. Would you not like from the game for the Toronto Raptors? I think we can like a few different things. You can like OG's play. You can like Scotty's play. You can even sprinkle in Dennis Schroeder, who was a double-double in the game. But other than that, not great. And that's kind of been the story of the year so far. Like, I think we can agree those 3 guys have been the best part of the year. Everybody else has been kind of But we'll see how it keeps going here. San Antonio, like I said, on Sunday night at 3:30, or Sunday afternoon at 3:30, as the Raptors look to get back into the win column. And hopefully Scotty continues to go. All right? And it's going to be tough. This team likes to be in the paint, and Wemby's going to be there. Dude, 7'5". He ain't letting squat happen. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Raptors offense goes about picking apart that defense of the San Antonio Spurs, all right? So you know what, guys, that is going to do it for this one. I already said that once. Hit that like button, subscribe, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you've not done so already, and I'll talk to you guys not very shortly. Leafs edition as they're taking on the Boston Bruins at TD Garden tonight. And as for the Raptors, like we talked about, they're back in action on Sunday afternoon, 3:30 tip-off in San Antonio, taking on the Spurs. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And not the game today. We'll talk to you guys then.